We're here to talk about
something important.
Bullying prevention!
Students, we're coming to you today to talk about a very important topic, bully prevention. Each month, a lesson will be taught about bully prevention. This month, we're focusing on teaching social responsibility skills, which include stop, walk, and talk. Before we begin our lesson, we want to review our expectations. Be safe, be ready, and be responsible. It's important that you be safe by keeping your hands and feet to yourself throughout this lesson. At times, we will ask your teacher to pause the video and discuss certain topics. You can be respectful by remembering only one person should speak at a time. We can all be responsible by using what we learn in this video today. First, let's discuss what our school-wide rules look like outside the classroom. Some examples might include saying nice things to other students, keeping your hands and feet to yourself, and walking in the hallways and cafeteria. Teachers, pause the video at this time and discuss your school rules. Now let's talk about what it looks like if we don't follow the rules. Some examples of not following the rules include running in the hallways and cafeteria, hitting another student, or calling students names. Teachers, pause the video at this time and discuss other examples of not following the rules. Now we're going to do a little experiment. I want you to think of this fire as bad behavior. Fire gets your attention, and so does bad behavior. Have you ever stopped and watched a kid yelling down the hall? Fire needs oxygen to stay lit and continue to burn. Bad behavior continues when students are watching. Just like if you stop to watch the kid who's yelling down the hall, he's going to continue to yell. See how the flame slowly goes out? There's no oxygen. Just like if there's no one in the hall to watch that student who's yelling, he will more than likely stop yelling. Because there's no one watching, just like there's no oxygen to the candle. Teachers, pause the video and discuss ways that we can take attention away from bad behavior. You might include things such as walking away or telling an adult. Okay. Next, we'll discuss what stop, walk, and talk looks like. Just a reminder for teachers, please remember to pause the video and practice each step with the students to make sure they understand. This should include at least 3 examples and 2 non-examples. Step 1, the stop signal. The school-wide stop signal is putting your hand up, palm out, and saying stop.
Stop!
Other words to use are
Quit it. Enough. Time out. Uncool.
all of these words tell when to stop, but remember to use your hand signal too. Teachers, pause the video and practice the stop signal. You may choose students to role play examples and non-examples, like Johnny is poking Sally in the back over and over while in line. Sally turns and gives the stop signal and says stop. An example of when not to use the stop signal is when Lily makes a suggestion for a game that Evan doesn't like. Step 2, walk away. Sometimes even when students tell others to stop, bad behavior will continue. When this happens, students are to walk away from the bad behavior. Students, remember that walking away takes away the reinforcement of the bad behavior. Teachers, pause the video at this time and model walking away when students experience continued bad behavior or when they see another student experiencing continued bad behavior. Teachers, also at this time practice walking away with students at the front of the class and include at least 3 examples of how to walk away and at least 1 example of when not to walk away. Step 3, talk. Report problems to an adult. Even when students use stop and they walk away from the problem, sometimes students will continue to behave badly toward them. When that happens, students should talk to an adult. Talking is when you have tried to solve the problem yourself and have used the stop and walk steps first. Did you tell the person to stop? Did you walk away? Tattling is when you do not use the stop and walk away steps before talking to an adult. Tattling is when you want to get another person in trouble. Talking is when you want the behavior to stop. Here's how you talk to an adult about the bad behavior. Students, we want you to remember that if you ever experience bad behavior that creates a danger for you or another student, skip the steps, stop, and walk away. Immediately go and tell an adult. Teachers, pause the video at this time and model the talk technique students should use when they experience continued bad behavior or when they see another student experiencing continued bad behavior. Also, have your students practice talk at the front of the class. Again, be sure to include 3 examples of how to talk and at least 1 example of when not to talk.
Teacher, teacher, teacher!
Whoa, what's the problem?
Johnny keeps calling me fat!
Did you tell him to stop?
Yes, but he kept calling me it!
Did you walk away?
Yeah, and I came to you.
Now that you've been taught how to stop, walk, and talk, it's time to practice. Teachers, when this video ends, question students orally on how they should respond to various situations that involve bad behavior. Include questions that involve each possible scenario using stop, walk, and talk, and responding to stop, walk, and talk.